So, good morning, Asha, and a warm welcome to you to this lovely podcast that we are going to have here. It is all about your journey with Grateful Hearts community. So, let me first introduce you to the audience. Good morning, everyone, and this is Asha, and she is based out of US, and she's been associated with us since last 3 years. And to tell about Asha, she's a psychotherapist, she's a relationship coach, and she's been doing a wonderful work with young adults in US and in India. She's been working with the community of UNICEF and other health organizations so that the life of individuals can be better. And she has been very joyful, creative, and one person I have met in my life who is full of joy, full of abundance, and loves to live life to the core. So welcome once again, Asha, and
Thank you.
we're glad to have you on this podcast.
Thank
I
you.
hope you are equally excited for this podcast, and we will just talk about your journey with us. So, yeah, as I remember, you started with gratitude sessions. So, could you tell what was life before gratitude and what transformed after those 30 days in your life?
It's funny that the long list all of us have in this mid age that we are, we've done so much, but there was that excitement. Like working with children gives you another level of energy. You learn from them to live each moment, like not take everything too seriously. But there was a lot that I was not doing, like I was unaware of till I met you. And while doing gratitude, even though I was always very happy with what life offered me and I have had or not had, but I was not practicing it. So practicing it daily made a lot of difference. And that changed and that brought more joy and ease into my life. And it was so beautiful. Like we, of course, now even coming to the US, we say thank you for everything. But saying thank you for the things that you do it for yourself, like for the bed that you sleep on, for the water, the cool water that, like those kind of things was not there earlier. And doing that, it made me feel even more grateful, and it changed my relationship with others within the family and with friends, so it was like something that I really loved doing. And then of course now you also see that more and more people are doing it, so you feel that chalo, we are all in the larger community, connected through gratitude. So
Yeah. Thank you for that. And I remember you being introduced by Asha, your sister in the community.
Usha.
And now your entire family is like a gratitude family. They have done so many sessions with Grateful Hearts and with me, the self love sessions and intention ceremonies, forgiveness sessions. So, what is it like doing all these sessions with your sisters and your brother in law? How does it make you feel when you
um,
are connected at that level, with them and the community?
Absolutely. Actually, it's Usha who introduced me through your. I wanted to come to that aspect also, where your wealth DNA changed everything. See, we come from middle class backgrounds, and then you took work, whatever liked, and then you got into your work, and our understanding of money, even though it's the most important aspect of living a life, you're not really aware and you're not acknowledging it, so there is abundance on one side, but there is also lack and you don't know how to fix it. So the work I did with you for money changed the entire perspective about money. We became more responsible, we respected money, we had an a gratitude along with wealth DNA, where you understand where your entire beliefs come from, your patterns, because you have grown only so much. but फिर वो एक रहता है ना कि और क्यों नहीं, मैं और क्यों नहीं कर सकती, like, but you don't know that it's your own sabotage, like you're coming in the way of getting more of what you want, not for your only personal things, or even to share with someone, to have the ease ki chalo I want to donate to this person, or I want to do this course to better myself. So all that came through your money,
Well,
wealth DNA. And Usha was the one who connected with, and the way you conducted your workshops, where you're so genuine. Like, I've met so many coaches, I've done so much, Monica, so many courses I've done. But I like that you're very, yourself when you're, and you very, very deeply want everybody to change. What you have experienced, you want everybody else also to have it. That is what was my connect with you. And then doing it with the family, we do everything, right, sisters?
Yeah,
We'll watch movies together, we'll plan a wedding together, yes. बट ये सारी जो चीज़ें हैं ना, ग्रेटिट्यूड करना या अपने आप में जो चेंजेस लाना है, वॉट एवर यू नीड टू बी एज अ बेटर ह्यूमन बीइंग, सो दैट you can take care of, like, your self love. Doing these things with your sisters, and then getting my brother-in-law, it has changed our relationship so much. It has brought us all together, and there is more love and affection between us. So that, definitely, I give you the credit for that.
thank
100%.
you so much. Also, I would like to tell you and share with you that you are one person in the community who is connected to every individual, majorly when you have done your courses and you have been supporting them and pushing them. And, that energy that you bring into the sessions or into the class or into the WhatsApp community is so contagious that when you came from Bangalore, like you came from USA to Bangalore and then you came to Pune, the entire community, like major people came to meet you. So how did you feel when so much of love was showered onto you? And even I came to Bangalore during that time and we really had a lovely time. So how did you feel with all that
Honestly,
love?
it's like I'm like really speechless, Monica. Like, it is like unbelievable. Like, nobody will believe the stories, like the miracles that you keep talking about, like you sprinkling magic dust and all. Is it okay if I disclose some of your,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, perfectly.
it's like, and the funniest part is, like, I've met them in such a short while, but the love and affection, the respect, the trust that they've given me, I didn't even feel as if I'm meeting them for the first time. Like, it was mutual, like what I felt for them and what they felt for me. It's like, I tell everybody very proudly, like, now I have homes in Pune also. No matter which part I go in India, I have a home there. So
Yeah,
it is because of what you've also created. Maybe I think expression and the articulation may not be there in everybody, but the love and affection, what you feel for each other is, you see them do, like somebody like Rupali and who's the other? Rashmi, they got Chakli. I mean, and Shobhana made so many things for us. I mean, everybody tried their own way of expressing their love and affection. I've really feel so enriched, and I felt like a Santa Claus, getting, it's like in reverse, like I'm getting so many gifts from everybody. It was just amazing, yeah.
fantastic.
Honestly.
What was your biggest manifestation while you did your wealth DNA?
Uh, oh my God, I manifested many things. One of first thing is that my own relationship with my husband, because my husband is a workaholic. For him, remember when he took me on Valentine's Day, like he booked, like he's not been somebody who takes action and who does. For me, that is important. See, because I've achieved so much, I've done so much. So now your own relationship to maintain 30 years of marriage with your own husband and keep that romance and that relationship alive is a task. You tell me it's easier to go and teach somebody, but difficult to maintain your own relationships within the house, especially with your spouse. That was like, for me, because I was looking for relationship. I think everybody who joined your course came with something that they wanted. I wanted better relations with my a spouse, my sisters. Then I wanted to see that they are working on themselves, because there is so much of resources available, but I wouldn't see them making use of it. So Usha taking interest, and diligently doing your course, then Vidya, then Lata, everybody. It was like amazing. Then I also manifested a project. I manifested teaching international. Like, I put on my vision board that I want to work with immigrant families, and I manifested that. I actually went, sorry, I went and I taught at an immigrant family, and that too, I had a translator. These are all Spanish and Brazilian women. I manifested many things. I manifested a trip to Bangalore,
Yeah.
and I manifested trip to Pune, Kerala. Like 25 years, it was my honeymoon plan to go to Kerala. So
Okay.
it's like you say, travel, bolo, relationships, money. I also got money in various forms. I got jewelry, I got gifts. So I manifested a lot.
Okay.
So,
And while you were manifesting so many things, and you are also a coach, how did you this energy or this teachings that you um, took from here help you in your personal and your professional life?
even being a coach, you see, because I'm a therapist, so thoda sa is it okay if I do bilingual Hindi
Yeah,
and
yeah,
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 okay.
yes, of course.
So the difference is that because when you're coaching, you have a different module, okay, but when you're doing therapy, you have to dig deep and you have to get into the medical side. Then I have to get in touch with the families, and not all families are ready to talk, about, especially when it's a young person who's having problem. First of all, unfortunately, many parents don't even want to accept that their own child is having a problem, and it can. I mean, it's like the child is struggling, and I call them a child because even though they have a young adult body, the mind is not yet adult.
Yeah.
That is why they are having these issues. They have issues, or they get into trouble, or they don't have clarity. All of that. But then is Monica, after doing these sessions, like when I could merge the two, I could merge the coaching and the therapy, and I could get the family enrolled, work with the family, and then the child, I mean, the person I'm, giving therapy, normally therapists are not liked by everybody, okay? But here your client is calling and telling you, okay, I'm missing you and I want to have a session. Of course, you worry, कि you don't want that dependence, but you're also happy that you're working and they are working with themselves. That was the takeaway. And I also brought in the gratitude. Like earlier in my therapy, gratitude was not there, to be
Okay.
honest. you know
Okay.
but
Fantastic.
bringing in that gratitude, self-care, self-love, and following Louise Hay, her method about self-care, mirror work, affirmations, all of that helps. It just empowers them in another level, so that helped my work a lot.
Okay, that's amazing. That's beautiful. And we are so happy to have you in the community because you are in US that there is a time difference. So it has been little difficult for you. You always check in what time this session is. And you've
Yeah.
always seen that you are into the class no matter what happens. So how do you keep aligning yourself to that time difference and just being in the class? What makes you come
you
into the
know
class?
it's the group energy, honestly, and the way I just, like I said in the beginning also, the way you conduct your classes, your examples, and you're being like you're not ashamed to say that, okay, I made a mistake. Like I look for genuine original thing where one can relate to, and you also are running a school, you are also up from 5 a.m., and so you have rubbed that on. If you want to achieve something, boss, you have to work for it. There is nothing is simple, so it's a package deal. I want this community, I want to be part of Grateful Hearts, and I'm so eternally grateful for what you have given me, because I am connected to a lot of women here, people here, but I was missing the Indian, being connected to the Indian community, like it's been quite a while, right? We are here. So
Yeah.
that I got from your group, talking in a lingo, talking Hindi, talking Marathi, cracking those jokes, and then sharing each other's, problems, and then achieving. It all is such a nice feeling, and it's worth that 1 hour or 1.5 hour. I really used to look forward to that, and I miss being part of it, regularly. I wish we should all have a membership, the annual membership, chalo le lo, or you'll be part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for the idea. I'll come up with something that so that
Yeah.
year long we can have the programs.
Yeah.
And uh, it has been a wonderful journey. I feel you have connected with us since 3 years now, and it is more like a family now instead of that relationship of a mentor and a mentee.
Yeah.
And there are so many things to learn from you also because you have your perspective, you have your learnings, and you bring that into the session. So thank you for all that love and that outstanding coordination. If somebody is not coming, you just pull them into the class, you give them a call, you are missing this. So that is so fantastic, and it feels like a family for everybody of us. So
Yeah.
that is so amazing, that quality, that nature that you have, which I think it is inbuilt. If we give you some event planning, I feel maximum wahan pe people will come, because you are such a person that you will see ensure that everybody joins that particular event. So that is something we love about you. Your
Thank
smile is like contagious in the group. You have been manifesting so much, and then you've been asking questions. One thing I love about you is you are genuinely asking relevant questions. Sometimes we feel ke, Arey, why should I ask this question, because it doesn't sound good at this age. But you are like a child in the class, and that's so beautiful. And
thank
it is always wonderful to have someone where that person is really sharing that energy and that opportunity to learn from anybody and everybody into the sessions. So that is very inspiring from your part. You have been manifesting so many things throughout the sessions, whether we do self love, whether we are doing intention setting. What was your biggest intentions? You have been doing a series of intention ceremonies for the entire year that we conduct. So what is your biggest intention that is manifested, and how do you feel about it?
For last moving to US is never easy for women, especially in my age. Like you have achieved quite a bit, and you have your parents who are getting old, and it's always hard. And I've been extremely patriotic, working for social work and children who have run away from home. So I come from that like absolute grassroots. Okay, so I was feeling like it was very difficult for me to come to US, and I felt I was, betraying my parents and betraying my sister, and especially Usha, because she was, looking after my parents. But वो ख्वाहिश थी कि चलो, if this has happened, this is what the universe wants. You want to be, you want to accept it after a while. And then I looked at it as a sabbatical. I said, I'm on a long, nice chutti. I'm going to enjoy US. And I wanted all my family members to enjoy it with me, the life that is here. And then traveling always teaches you so much more, Monica, that I really recommend everybody should travel for work, for education, because that gives you a view of how others are living their life.
Yeah,
You value your homeland, you value everything, like the house help that we have, the ease of getting food in India, all of that you value so much more only because you've stepped out. So Usha is somebody, she has done so much for all of us sisters that I wanted her to come. It was 10 years. Every time you had that intention ceremony, I used to set an intention that Usha visits us in the US. And finally, she did that. She also put it on her intention. So I also got a message from her like, even though you intend something for somebody, they also have to intend it.
yeah,
Then it works. So you have to, so there comes your self love. You have to first focus on yourself and rub it onto them so that they also focus on themselves. So
yeah.
that's how it works. Miracle.
And I remember she did her wealth DNA, and that time her visa got processed and everything
Yeah.
happened. And within 1 month, she was in US
Yeah.
enjoying her trip.
Absolutely.
And the best part was that we were coordinating, on
Yeah.
WhatsApp. She was traveling and taking all those flights, and it was so beautiful, as if two, three sisters getting together and coordinating from something which was waiting for such a long time to manifest. So that is amazing that you have been manifesting so much. You have created a lovely space for your family. You have created that beautiful space not only for yourself, but other people in the community. Whenever you are talking to them, whenever you are coming into the sessions, we have such wow moments. And off the records also, we have sometimes our
Yeah.
calls and that beautiful conversations that we have. And something I always love and cherish about is that the way you talk about my mom. She's no more, but you always make me feel so proud about the work I'm doing, that it always connects me to a higher perspective, higher feeling of connecting myself to my mother and her values.
Yeah.
So it's very emotional whenever you talk about my mom, and it makes me realize that I have to do so much more in my life so that I can have more of Ashas who talk about the
Yeah.
work that we are doing and the manifestations that we are creating for others, and getting them to work and bringing that joy, peace, abundance in their lives and in my life, in the community life. And whenever we meet each other, we always have these conversations of all the people who are abroad, and we miss them being with us during our meetups. So this has been a wonderful journey of 3 years with you, and I look forward to have many, many more years with you. This has been amazing. This podcast conversation with you, maybe this was the longest time online we have spoken
Yeah.
otherwise, but it has been a beautiful journey with you, and so many things, so many wow moments with you. So thank you so much for
Thank you,
all this,
Monica.
and I wish you a beautiful, amazing, and crazy life that you have wanted, full of joy, full of happiness, full
Yeah.
of doing lots of things.
Thank
So best wishes to you from Grateful Hearts community, from each
you.
member, and from myself too. Thank you for coming in and joining on this podcast and making it so beautiful, so uh, easy and effortless. So
Oh,
thank you
thank
so
you,
much,
sir.
Asha.
Thank you to your mother. Really, I am in so much of if all the stories you've spoken to us about her. I sometimes I'm jealous, ki Monica, the way you have taken and you have observed your mother, and everything that she suffered, you have converted into joy for somebody else. You have not, you've not held grudges. You have not made it like, how could she go through? Like, it is not easy. It's the stories you have narrated are heart wrenching. But I feel jealous sometimes that why did my mother also has done so much, just fourth and as being a South Indian, not knowing the language. But there is something in you, the way you have transformed. You started a school and you decided to help women be themselves, and care for themselves. So that should not be like you've prepared. There are all the age groups that you have. You have prepared all of us from the youngest to the oldest that there should not be another woman who goes through what your mother went through. So
Yeah.
hats off to her, and really may God bless her soul wherever she is. Thank you so much, Monica. Love
Thank you, Asha, for this one wonderful conversation with you. This podcast is going to be amazing, very close to my heart.
you.
And keep smiling, keep inspiring, and keep doing the great work that you are doing for young adults, because they are our future. And keep coming to the sessions. We are missing you now that Usha has come to US, but I
Yeah,
hope you join soon. Thank you so
definitely.
much. Love you and God
Love
bless.
you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.